Alrighty. Is it less staticky now? Dang, that sucks. It's probably honestly, it's because of that devil energy. Like it always tried to interrupt. It always try to interrupt the messages. Like, but I do feel like it's heavy with just really making sure you um allow for your son to have that safe space when it comes to their own emotion as well. Like teaching them how to handle their emotions and listen to their emotions and teaching them what a safe space is when it comes to their emotions. Because you know how some people can be like toughen up to men or make them feel bad for showing their emotions and stuff to where they honestly blow up and they kind of have resentment towards women and treat women badly. It's because they never had an emotional outlet. And so that's a curse that we have to break. That's what that devil energy is. Whenever it's like some strong messages like that, it's gonna always try to create some blockages for us, but it's all good. They can't stop us. We just gonna make sure we cleanse the energy though. Yeah, it most definitely takes some time. And I feel like what they're saying is just being able to be more consistent. Like some days you only gonna be able to speak to them for maybe like a minute or two about emotions, but eventually it's gonna be a day where they're actually able to open up to you emotionally for a good 30 minutes to a good hour type of energy. But the important part is that you are consistent with asking how they feel and waiting for a response, like literally waiting for them to respond. Like if they don't want to open up too much, like it's almost like asking, how do you feel, and they say I'm fine, and be like, okay, well, can you put a word to your emotion? I'm feeling happy, I'm feeling bored, I'm feeling excited, I'm feeling stressed. And if they say I'm feeling bored and they don't, and then you ask, are they feeling stressed? And you ask, what are you stressed about? And if they be like, I don't want to talk about it right now, and they really are super closed off to it, just trusting your own intuition with that, then you just let it go, but be happy and excited by the fact that they were able to say that they were stressed and they opened up to you about that, because that is, that's a gift as well. And just understanding as that continues to be more into the schedule and more of a habit, like they're going to learn how to, see you as that safe space to open up to them about all of their emotions. Um, and maybe one day, they're going to actually, spend a whole 30 minutes or whatever talking to you. But it's not like I'm not pressuring you, but I'm giving you that opportunity and showing you every day that I do care. And I'm opening up that space for you to come in and open up to me. But ultimately, it's your choice, and I want you to always know that you have a choice to open up. You should never be forced, because you know how some people like, boy, what's wrong with you? And just start talking down on them because they won't open up. And that's just not, that's, they want you to do it through love and compassion type of energy. So making sure you're not fitting into like the toxic masculinity and all of that, that is naive. That shit's naive. Hey, Scorpio friend. Yeah, I feel that. I feel like the father is putting a lot of burdens, like emotional burdens, and it's just difficult because the way his energy is set up, I don't feel like he would be fully, like the father won't be fully open to being emotionally vulnerable just yet. Like that's something that him and his girl would have to like work through. However, if that devil energy is most definitely something to protect him from, and it's not about being malicious. It could even be in a way where I'm compassionately speaking to you about how the way you come off affects them in the long run, and it's my responsibility to make sure they have a proper space to grow in, and you may not understand just now or at the moment, but I pray you're able to like really sit down with yourself and reflect on the way that even your emotions were handled growing up, and to see like how we can make shifts and changes, and sometimes it just takes time. It's really difficult because sometimes we can just say bye, cut people off and be like, I'm not going to deal with you. But I feel like things get a little bit more complicated when it's someone you have kids with, because it's like you like I do feel like both parties do need to be willing to develop their own emotions and learn how to talk and work with each other. But that really takes some time. It really takes some time, but it does kind of complicate things a little bit more, because the son will want a relationship with the father, but it's like, what do you do when you know the relationship is toxic, it's burdensome, like, and it makes it heavy for me to deal with, type of energy. um it's hard. Like I feel like I have friends who deal with it, and it really does suck because it's a generational curse. I She had opened up this forum, and there was a lot of different people talking about it. And one woman recommended that you don't create blockages, like don't stop them from being able to have a connection from each other. Like allow for this, and don't speak badly on the dad either to the child. Just allow for the child to come up with their own you know belief patterns or whatever. And I feel like that's really what's best. Like I know my pops never spoke badly on my mom. My stepmom spoke badly on my mom. My stepmom was the one who put things in my head that tried to get me to hate my mother. But my mom was just dealing with a lot of stuff growing up, and she did what she felt like was best for us. And I can say now in my adult ages, she is a very loving and supportive energy in my life. You know, and she wasn't that way as a child. She wasn't there as a child. She wasn't there for me, as a child. So, but like I could say also as a child, I never had resentment. Like of course, I wanted that mother figure. I did want that loving and that nurturing energy, but I never like made her feel bad about it or anything like that. I was just happy anytime we got to spend time with each other. So, how's it going, Scorpio friend? Y'all want some food? I want some mother fudging food. All right, Spirit, we are closing up the energy. Yeah, I feel like the shifts have been really crazy. I am like I've been receiving messages about the 8-8 portal for August. 8-8 is abundance, and that's like the golden portal or the Leo portal or something. And that's what I'm preparing for the most. Just not feeding into the physical illusions. Really trusting that my heart is light, that my energy is light, that I'm not holding on to any resentment, holding on to any pain, and that I'm able to go through that portal and that cycle and massively change and transform my life. That's going to be, you know, that's going to be the big day, like, or this will be the big year. If it's not, it's like, we got to move forward regardless. But, it's like when you've been consciously doing the work on yourself, like, for years and just kind of waiting for that big break. It's not that you like, sometimes you just be like, you like a little part of you want to believe, and you just got to focus on that little part that wants you, that makes you believe in the miracles. But a part of you also kind of heard it before. I like, you be so excited for years and years and years. It's like, how do you learn how to keep that excitement going? How do you learn to stay passionate and keep the faith and continue to walk like you have the faith? Like, any day could be the day that things change and turn around for you. So, I hope you get what you need to get done. I've been working to just put myself out there and speak my truth regardless of like how I come off now. I want to work to be on this live more. Like, I get so nervous about coming on live, like, and just even putting myself out there and speaking my truth, like, but like, I know I have to allow for myself to shine. I have to allow for myself to bloom. Like, let me pull one. This oracle card from the Starseed Oracle deck, and it was all like, it says something about like a peony and a flower, like a sunflower isn't looking at the rose trying to be a rose, and the lily is not looking at the sunflower trying to be a sunflower. Like, it's being who it is, grown at its own rate, and being okay with its own unique qualities and blooming when it's supposed to bloom. Um, and that's like something that you need to, I don't even remember what it was called, but that's something that you need to learn how to do. Just like, let yourself be seen, even if it's uncomfortable. Let yourself bloom, even if it's uncomfortable. So eventually it's going, okay, the courageous peony. Okay. Um, oh, look, here we go, right here. Okay. So it says multifaceted, unique nature, let yourself be seen. Flowers don't open and close according to who walks by. They embrace all of what they are and show it to the world around them. The peony doesn't try to compete with the cherry blossom, and the cherry blossom doesn't try to compete with the tulip. They own what they are and trust the timing of their true nature. You're being called to do the same. It's time to open yourself up to being seen. Time to share your incredible, multifaceted, true nature with the world around you, to uncover and revel your soul's greatest gift without wavering, to own your uniqueness without apology. There's a flower on this planet that holds the same quality that your soul is ready itself to express. Let it inform you. You may have been taught that it's safer to keep your light hidden and your voice small, to hide behind the bushes instead of growing tall. The courageous peony is here to remind you that it's safe to embody all of who you truly are. It's safe to share your voice and let yourself be seen. At first, it may feel uncomfortable and you may be afraid of what others think, but with each passing day, it does become easier. Little by little, you realize that it draws in those who are meant for you, and experiences you've been longing for arrive at your feet. So I said, I'm a very, like, I'm so much multifaceted. Like, sometimes I'm speaking in this loving and compassionate way. Sometimes I'm cursing motherfuckers out. And I'm very aggressive. And like, sometimes when I show the aggressive side of me, it's not belittling. It's never belittling or making someone feel bad. Like, But it is aggressive. Like it's like strong. Like why the fuck would you do this? Like why do you like? What does it take for you to like love yourself? Like what does it take for you to like actually believe that you deserve to be seen? You know, like because sometimes my spiritual team began um, impatient with me a little bit. You know, they always love me, but sometimes it does get loud, and sometimes I can get loud. And you know, when that side of me comes out, I feel guilty for showing that side because it does ruffle feathers. You know, and so I'm learning to show all of my multifacetedness and be okay despite the energy that is sent my way. And you know, sometimes when I do put myself out there, I get positive response, but sometimes I do get some negative responses as well. And like it doesn't matter what anybody thinks. It matters about me being who I am. That's really all that matters, you know. So that's what I'm working on currently. Letting myself being seen, stop opening up and then closing myself off. Like and it's so easy for me to close myself off. I really do want to. I was supposed to go through this hermit mode um literally soon, but I feel like that's me trying to close myself off again because I'm tired of feeling uncomfortable. But maybe I'm supposed to stay open and continue to put myself out there. I got invited to this open mic, and but it's $45, and like I really do want to go, but it's like in a whole different city. It's like a whole hour away from me, and it's like I just be like, I don't know if that's really worth it. Like to go through that much trouble to get to that area. Like it'd be different if I had a car and stuff and then just like super consistent income, but I'm working for myself. I feel overwhelmed already. You know, like those are just excuses, you know, but in reality, if it comes down to a yes or no, do you want to go? The answer is yes. But that's August. It's like August 4th or something. Like I'd be like, damn, I'm limiting myself again. Hi, Shakira. Hey, girl. Hey, how are you, girl? I'm doing great. Look, we coming from the abundant mindset, Scorpio friend. $45 ain't shit. $45 ain't shit. You know, like, and it literally takes time to break against those type of like that type of mindset, like that poverty consciousness, like of penny pinching or holding tightly onto things. Like, don't get me wrong, I feel like we should, you know, invest our money and not spend it so frivolously, but you know, we should also choose joy and also like our joy is an investment too. So that $45 can be made back. You feel me? But I gotta look at my reasons for why I want to go and why I want to attend the event. TBH, nobody's on the list right now. I just got finished doing a reading. I didn't even realize there was 5 people on. I can agree with that one for sure. The more you align with in true self, the more people that actually vibes with that version of you will join. Yeah, like I had spent $300 once on a seminar, and it was to learn, you know. And I know old me would be like, "Bitch, $300 for a ticket," you know, like that's crazy. But like that $300 is literally gonna get spent regardless, and so it's like you really have to just you have to shift your mindset, and it just takes time. It literally do. And that didn't come from like nowhere. Like it, like my mentors, you know, they're multi six figure earners, and that was just something that they were telling me is like if you look at it that way, like that's you keeping yourself stuck in that position. And I was just open minded enough to be receptive to what it was that they were telling me, and they were right. You know, like money could be spent on shoes, it could be spent on this, it could be spent on that, and you're gonna make it back. You know, like sometimes you're struggling regardless, and so it's like you might as well struggle and have fun, or struggle and literally invest in things that's gonna feed your mind. Like, but to just hold on and penny pinch your money without taking any leaps of faith, that's a guarantee that nothing's going to change for you, you know? So I feel breaking away from money blockages is one of the biggest blockages. I'm still learning how to break free from it. High key. High motherfucking key. Y'all, I'm hungry as hell. Yes, Shakira. I'm gonna give you yours for free since you're one of my moderators. But everybody else, y'all gotta send me a donation. I'm gonna keep this Starseed Oracle deck out. We gonna pull some of those just for fun later. Y'all, I'm so freaking hungry. I really want to learn more about. I want to learn more about how trauma affects people's mind. Like, have you ever been triggered before, Scorpio? Like the way, like, have you ever respond in a emotional, loud way? Like sometimes, when a trigger happens for me, I get emotional and I get loud. I'm never like abusive in a way where I'm talking down on someone, but you know, I do get emotional. And I just hate it when I am like, when someone is trying to make me feel guilty for the way that, my trauma, like the way I respond to being triggered, like especially when it comes to me just getting emotional. Like I'm a pretty emotional, stable, and grounded person, but it's like it doesn't mean that I'm gonna nonchalantly. How some people can be like, that makes me feel angry, or that makes me feel sad, or that makes me feel fearful. I'm the type of person who like will like you not I'm not only saying that I'm angry, like you feel it and you see it, like you feel me, you see me shaking, like you see that that situation has affected me. And I feel like a lot of people may not have like awareness to how trauma can affect people to where they make people feel bad. Like I have such a heightened awareness to where I won't feed into silencing myself or even belittling my emotions, to make someone else feel comfortable. But I do want to learn more about how trauma can affect different people so that I can bring it to more people's awareness so that more people can be knowledgeable about that. You know, I only know from my own experiences, but some people's trauma make them belittle their own emotions, to where they're out of tune with their emotions, to where they aren't showing their emotions at all, you know, because they don't want to be said that they're weak or talked down upon and stuff. So they're so detached from their emotions. Most of the time I can control, but every now and then that shit just shoots out. Yeah, and then like it's just interesting because I come off it. I'm a pretty stable person, but I am a survivor. I'm a survivor of a lot of abuse, and so like my emotions, like I be man, those my babies. I'm very protective over my emotions, so it's just difficult because the other part of me also wants to be considerate of somebody else too. But it's like I also want them to understand like what it means to be connected to somebody who is literally a survivor. Like you have to ask yourself if you can handle that because it's not always sweet and it's not anything that they can help. Like it's a scar that they have. And like I said, for me, you have certain people who be like, that's how I am, and you just got to deal with it. But you have some people who like literally intentionally do the work to not be triggered. But sometimes some things do trigger them in a way where they're going to shut down or where they're going to cry or whatever, they're going to break down or whatever, so I feel like you have to know how to like respond to that, because it could be the very thing. The way you respond could really like help them move forward, or it could really cause for them to revert back into some really detrimental patterns, you know. So let's see what's coming towards you, Shakira. Oh, who? Let's see who. Look, remember the last time. Thank you so very much, Sweet. I truly appreciate you. Can you show me clearly who is coming towards um, Shakira, who's a Taurus? Okay, the Six of Pentacles tried to come out. Let's see who's coming towards you. Okay, so we got the Five of Pentacles with the Four of Wands for who's coming towards you. So I think it was someone. It was someone who you could have had a relationship with. The Six of Pentacles is still here. They could have ghosted you. They could have like stopped communicating to you, and slash, or you stopped communicating to them. With that Five of Pentacles being there, like that's someone who was like feeling shut out, or who just kind of shut themselves out, like they just closed the door, like they felt misunderstood, they felt like left out in the cold. Like the Four Wands being here shows that y'all had some sort of type of relationship with each other. Things were just taking time, like things were just moving so slow that someone just kind of felt like they're not progressing, or their insecurities got the best of them to where they started to doubt if they should still invest in it, and they just kind of just retracted their energy altogether. We got the 5-5 here, maybe to work on their own insecurities or whatever. The Six of Pentacles and the Sun card is really cool, especially with the Three of Cups. That's them like really wanting to reunite and reconnect, even if it's just as a friend or just having you in their energy, because it brings a lot of joy to them. You know, that could be how you feel too. But someone is just wanting to hear from somebody again. Like someone's wanting to like be friends with somebody again, just like I want you in my energetic bubble. So even if I'm not reaching out just yet, I'm opening up that gate again to like have your energy in my reality bubble, like in my mind. Like maybe I didn't allow for you to be in my mind just yet, but that Six of Pentacles, it does look like someone's finally ready to like have an equal give and take. Like someone's ready to start planting better seeds, and making sure that there is a balanced relationship. Maybe even trying to build a friendship up first because they were feeling lonely, and you know they had a lot of time to think about things as far as like their baggage, you know, working through their baggage, um, just wanting to release the weight. They start to feel heavy when it comes to certain energies and thoughts, and it's like I can no longer hold on to this stuff. I'm tired of like just watching from the sidelines, you know, and I'm ready to start working on things. So it's that the High Priest card and Eight of Cups. I was tired of doubting, tired of doubting. Someone does feel burdened, lonely. Someone feels lonely. So whoever is coming towards you is someone who does feel lonely, who feels misunderstood. Like that Five of Wands, this does talk about an argument. Like that's conflict. It's most definitely going to be conflict, probably because of competition or external energies, or he said, she said, or gossip or something. You know, like with I saw you doing this online, or I saw you talking to this particular person, so I thought you didn't really want to speak to me, or this person said this, and so I believed it or whatever. So that energy is there. I do see things like moving really, really slow, but I do see someone is willing to, try to be put more efforts towards like making it a balanced relationship. So yeah, she said ghosted them. I'm crying. I understand, girl. That ain't gonna cap. Like I really do. I'm like low key the same way. Like I don't know, like what really helps keep my interest, I feel like is the emotional connection. Like my emotions is like so important. Like being able to like mentally stimulate me and then be able to like develop a really deep emotional connection with me. That's how you keep me. But like as soon as those emotions, that emotional distance start coming, like or my emotions don't feel safe with you and I close off emotionally, like I'm kind of done at that point. Sometimes I come off strong, so I also think it's confusing when I express that I've been through something. Yeah, like I've been really learning a lot about myself just with my partner because most of my emotions um, that come up is just, I'm healing. Like the love came in unexpectedly. Like my main focus has been healing, but I would go like a day or two without talking because I'm in my emotions. Like I'm processing them, but I can come off as okay. Like I'm still functioning as far as like I'm making food, or I'm creating content, or I'm doing my work. And so, you know, when we actually do get the time to talk and they see like, oh damn, you was dealing with that, you know? They thought it was like me being angry with them or something, but reconditioning yourself is not easy. Like it takes work, and when you are creating your own path that's going against what you were raised off of and the things that you heard growing up, it's like you have a lot of things to battle against, and sometimes you feel like you feel weak or you feel low, and you have to just process those emotions and really be there for yourself, and you just don't have the energy to really reach out to the external like that. So girl, let me see. It's so interesting. I'm wondering, like, I feel like whoever this person is, I don't know, like they like the four wands talking about a relationship. Or they feel like y'all are supposed to be celebrating some sort of milestone. Y'all could have been celebrate like you're supposed to celebrate a party with them or go on a date with them or something. But it is this energy of being ghosted because of like it could be external competition, or someone just felt like they wasn't really having as much fun as they wanted to. Like this sun card, this three of cups feels really good. Even at four wands, it's like having fun type of energy. Like someone wasn't open to just having fun, but they're going to be open to it a little bit more now. Yeah. I don't feel like really anybody is in my ear anymore. So it's just me like making sure I'm releasing all of those voices. I finally feel like I did like break free from all that. So that's awesome for myself. And sometimes, I do take some of the things that my partners say as, things that could be discouraging, but I know they don't do it on purpose. So we don't handle that. Like a lot of it is always like teaching you about yourself. Like I know sometimes I'd be afraid to even talk on it or speak on it because it's like there's that version of you that just wants to make someone happy versus accepting the truth of the matter. And it should never be like let me do something that keeps the peace or make them happy type of energy. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. Like, and let's handle this stuff honestly so that we can make honest progress. We don't need to just have band-aids on things or place band-aids on things. So, and that should just take work. And we all got our own issue. Like we've all literally been through things that affect the way we see things, like that affects our perception. So I just do my best to make sure I'm not holding on to a story that someone is trying to intentionally hurt me. Like to really trust that God placed me in a safe place, a safe relationship, and placed me around people who genuinely care about me. So I just have to do the work to continue to open up emotionally. Like we're all learning. That said, some people trauma make it to where they don't know how to open up emotionally, or they're completely disconnected from their emotions and their feelings, you know? And so being with someone who's really, really emotional is bringing certain things in their awareness that they may not be used to. Because I'm emotional as hell, y'all. I'm a whole crybaby. I'm a crybaby. Like, high key, no low key. I'm a crybaby. Look, and I be like, only I can say that. Don't say that, ho. Look, there's someone trying to say, like, bitch, don't call me no crybaby. Get gangsta on your head, ass. But yeah, like this Starseed Oracle deck, I forget where I got it from. I think one of my friends just gave it. My friend just gave it to me, and I haven't like. I don't really use it too often, but I really like it. It's really beautiful. Like I never felt like I was in that stage of my spiritual journey to understand Starseed energy just yet. But you know, like it's a whole new world. It's a whole different world out here in these streets. You know, they talk about galaxies and universe. I'd be like, stop, just stop. I'm not ready for that just yet. You know, like, look. My brain is not receptive to that just yet. Let me handle what I got on my plate first, okay? When I get to that stage, I know I'll get there. I'll know I'll be there because I'll be ready to listen. You know, if I'm not receptive to it just yet, it's because I'm not in that stage to be receptive to it. Like, the shit already be weird as fuck, and I'm already seen as an outcast. Now you want me to be talking about motherfucking aliens and shit? Like, what? What? All right, so we got the cosmic heart, devotion, potency, make your life a moving prayer, longing for home, homesick for the stars. I don't know how you say that. Hooray, hooray is Hiraeth maybe, or hooray. It's Hiraeth, wraith, Hiraeth, or hooray. Longing for home, or Harith. It might be Harith. I think Harith is it. That sounds right, y'all. Harith sounds right. Harith. Harith. Okay. It feels right. Longing for home, homesick for the stars. Um, portal doors are opening. You decide wild card rewards. This is exciting. That's super exciting. Like, because for myself, I'm wanting to align more with my magician energy. Y'all see this magician right here on some. I create my own reality, ho. I'm no longer waiting for, like, don't get like I'm patient or whatever, but it's like, what do you want to see? Like, what do you want to see? What do you want to experience? Let me be more intentional about what type of energy I want to be around versus just allowing for shit to happen. Like, so you decide, like I feel like that's kind of how that is. Like, and if I want to believe something to be true, then it's gonna be true. But like they say, the universe supports every thought that you think is your truth. So I'm being very intentional. Don't be placing no motherfucking limits on me, ho. Like, if I'm placing limits on myself, it's not for you to be like, you do the same thing, I told you so type of energy. Correct me with love, because I'm not wanting to do that. It's very easy to create limits for yourself and to not believe something is possible. It's very difficult to believe in the impossible and to believe that things can just massively change for you. But shit, if that's the truth, if the impossible is mother, believe in it, okay? Okay? So, is when you surrender to yourself flowing with all of life, you're being called to refocus your attention deep within to the intelligence of your own heart, to bow with deep reverence to your inner temple, to live your life in devotion to this place, devotion to your heart, to make your life one big moving prayer. Perhaps you felt a bit off kilter lately, sensing that the potency of why you're doing things has gotten a little watered down or weak. Perhaps you've forgotten what made you start doing them in the first place. If so, you need to call. This is your call to take a moment to reconnect with the truth at the very center of your heart, to get back to the essence of what you to get back to the essence of what you're about, to devote your life to what you care most about, to turn your gaze deep, 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 deep. There are seasons for harvesting and seasons for sowing. Right now, you're being called to plant your soul seeds and seed to them with deep devotion, to feed them with the sweet waters of your own soul, to lose yourself in the potency of what it is that most expands your heart, to live your life according to what makes you come alive rather than what everyone else thinks, to make your life one big moving prayer. That's so sweet, you guys. Like, I really love tarot. Like, I really love being able to help people emotionally. I love the work that I do, and I can say that it's been watered down a little bit. Like, my why and my purpose have been watered down a little bit because I've been letting too many people's voices get in my head. Like, I don't make a lot of money. Like, most of the time, I'm doing a lot of work for not that much. And so, like, it makes me stop doing it altogether because the way that people, like, their voices and their opinion about it. But me not doing it starts to make me feel depressed because it's like I'm not living my purposeful life. Like, I'm not listening to my heart. So that's super sweet. Like, you have to be the first one to believe in what it is that you're creating for yourself. And you have to continue to put your heart in the work that you're doing. Like, and money is important and you're going to receive it, but you got to just be happy that your needs are taken care of and grow from there. Because I feel like it's really easy to get lost in the money of things, so where you lose your purpose. Like, I feel like people and connection should come before all of that. Like, someone's heart, someone's emotional well-being should come before that material thing. Like, community is the most important thing to me. So this one says, what did I say? How did I say we pronounce this? I forgot. It says it's a Welsh word that's difficult to translate, but it refers to a certain longing or homesickness, a yearning for home, a yearning for a home or a place to which we cannot return. This unexplainable, unshakable longing for home is coming in star seeds and old souls. It's common in star seeds and old souls. Perhaps you've had it since birth. For some, it's a distant memory of a planet, galaxy, or star system in the universe that their soul remembers and yearns to return to, a place they may have experienced more than Earth. For others, it's a longing for the unity of Source, a remembering of interconnectedness and oneness. This yearning can lead some star seeds to travel, searching all corners of the planet to find a physical place that feels more like home. For others, it can manifest as a need to find home in people, communities, and relationships. I literally was just talking about communities. A journey to find somewhere they truly belong. If you resonate with this yearning for home but don't really know where your home is, you're being invited to remember that your soul chose to be on earth. You're being called to fully commit to embodying your life. You're being reassured that you didn't come here alone and that your soul consciously decided to experience what it's like to be a soul in a human body on this planet. Even if this motherfucking planet is ghetto, okay? You're being called to anchor all your presence, your personality, your soul, and your spirit in the here and now, to fully commit to living this life right now, to commit to putting 2 feet completely in. Lord Jesus, how can you commit more fully to your life? That's hard. Like, that's difficult. Y'all heard that song? I forget what it's called, but it's like Earth is Ghetto or something like that. It just came out. It's such a funny song. That's interesting. So it's like, if some of y'all have been feeling like y'all don't have like this place to call home, or you feel like you don't belong anywhere, I feel like they're telling you just get comfortable with that type of feeling based off of just having a higher awareness that you came here to experience something, and connect with people who like connect with the community, connect with people who feel like home, but also making your life a moving prayer. Like if you're doing more heartfelt work, having more heartfelt connections, then it's going to make you feel like you belong more, like really allow for your heart to feel like a moving prayer, like allow for your spirituality to be there, allow for your emotions to show, allow for yourself to literally be connected to people. Let's see what this one is, because this portal doors are opening. You decide rewards wild card. It makes me feel excited. Like I get an excited feeling from this. Like I'm like, ooh, what did it mean? So it says doors are opening for you. Your thoughts are extra powerful for you right now. Planets are aligning. The timing is right. The universe is saying yes in capital letters with the exclamation point. You have the Midas touch. Your hard work is being rewarded. This is a time when you can reap the rewards for efforts made in the past. It's also a time when you can achieve a lot. Great leaps can be made, extreme transformations can occur, great distances can be traveled in a short space of time. You're swimming with the cosmic current of life. What experience would you like to have? What do you want to create? What new adventures would you like to manifest? Do not lose focus. Come on, baby. Like they say, don't water yourself down, ho. They said, don't water yourself down, okay? Don't lose your focus. Use this moment in time wisely. Be conscious and clear with your emotions and thinking. Projects that you've been working on are coming to fruition. Things are in full bloom. It's time to take your harvest and taste your well earned fruits. When this card comes up in a spread, it is a sure sign that effortless change is possible. If you've been looking for a sign, this is your portal into a new reality. Ooh, now's the time to make big changes. If you've been guided to switch things up, you're extremely well supported. Use this energy to jump right on in. So, jumping right on in is most definitely something like jumping right on in into this new life. You know, something like it's abundance over here, baby. $45 ain't shit. You know, like I don't want to believe that. It has absolutely nothing to do with the money or whatever, because I can win it for free. Like I can win that trip for free. I can win the tickets for free. I can win that experience for free. Like, or I can literally create the money, like to be able to travel. Life, I want that whole new life. I want an abundant life. Like, I'd be like, damn, like some people literally living in that time, and I want to live on that timeline, my highest timeline. I felt like that for sure. Been questioning how many messages will hit people and who will resonate with it. I haven't seen a lot of it out there yet. Yeah, I mean it's so crazy because it's like when you put the message out there, it's out there. Like I remember looking at a video of this lady. She went viral and she posted a video like 5 or 6 years ago, and it literally turned her entire career around. She was like, "Wow, I was just playing with like my friends. I wasn't thinking much of it, So it's like when your content is out there, it's out there. Like I be saying that just even about like my card of the days and stuff. Like my Cash App is attached. If somebody just want to randomly bless me, they can randomly bless me. That's what I want. That's the type of life that I want. I want my content to fall into somebody's path and they be like, damn, like I needed this message, or I really like what this person is doing. I want to fund this person. Like I want to invest in this person so that they can keep going. Like I want to listen to this person speak more. I want to hear more of what's on their mind, like what they've overcome, their way of thinking, et cetera, et cetera. I want to invite them into my reality. Like I want to have and I want their reality to be one of the realities that is that abundant like lifestyle, like because I just think that's so cool. Like I feel like that's possible. Like they just like, okay, yep, this really helped me. Like here is I'm gonna cash out them $1,000. I'm gonna send them an email. Look, my email is out there. I got business cards in different places. Like I passed out 100 business cards. It's like, it's out there. That shit's out there. Those are my seeds. That's you planting the seeds. And so they say you gotta like continue to put your love in it, and then just trust that you're gonna be able to reap your rewards, like and continue to make those transformations. Sometimes I be like talking to myself and I be like, okay, so like let's say that you woke up and you looked in your account and you just had like 20K in your account. What would you do? And I'm like, well, shit, like I would want to make an investment. I wouldn't want to just spend it frivolously. I'll probably take a vacation or something. But it's like I would honestly be doing what I'm doing. I would be doing more of what I'm doing. I'll be putting out more videos, getting more tarot cards, doing more messages. I would probably do fashion shows, learn how to sew, like, and so it's like, okay, so you waiting to do that until that amount is there, like, because all the stuff that you want to do, you can do without 20K being in your bank account, high key. And it's like sometimes you be like, I don't know if it's gonna make me any money, and you feel like if it's not gonna make you any money, then you can't do it. Like you're not supposed to do it, or you're not supposed to spend your time doing it, even if it fulfills your heart. So it's really hard breaking away from what other people tells you to do and society and et cetera, et cetera. But you look at statistics, 80% of the people here are miserable because they're doing what everybody else thinks that they should do. Like they listening to the majority. You listen to the majority, you always like get what the majority have. We all struggling. But it's like interesting to see people like Tony Robbins, like that dude is a billionaire, and it's like wow, like he can make a post about something, and like he don't have all of the people following him or anything like that. Like some people don't even know who he is. Like I'd be really surprised to be like some people don't know who Tony Robbins is, and so it's like you don't have to be known by everybody to have a good life, to have a wonderful life, to be a billionaire. Like you just find the right people. It might literally be five people who can make you into a millionaire. Three people, one person can change the world. Like it just got to fall into one person's path. That one person can be the very person that can literally help you transform your life. So, abandon certainty a bit, go for what could be. A friend of mine used to call himself the Black Tony Robbins before I really knew who Tony Robbins was. That's lit. I want to be the Black female Tony Robbins. Like that nigga lit as hell. Like he has a heart for like for serving his community. And it's like whenever I'm taking his class, all he say is like, just become a servant leader. Like become deeply devoted to your community. Like he like give as much as you can. Don't focus on what you receive, just give. Like and then everybody else be like, don't do no free shit. Focus on what it is that you're receiving. Like more people, like people are usually like, they're really selfish. Like they're just focusing on what it is that they're receiving versus being of service. And so it is difficult, like, to continue to be of that service. But shit, then he got $1 billion. Like he got multiple $1 billions. Like he make $1 billion a year because of all the businesses that he has. I think he has 178 businesses. Like he's really phenomenal. Like so, I'm really doing my best to just be receptive to what he tells me because you feel it. Like you feel it in your heart. Like I literally start crying every time I go to one of his trainings or I listen to him because I do have a passion for it. Like my heart is heavily devoted into transforming people's lives. And so I just gotta keep going. And I gotta believe in the impossible. I gotta keep studying. Like I literally have this course that they gave me. Like I want it, and this course is sold for $2,000. I want it, and I've still yet to get through it. And I'm like, bitch, if you would have spent the $2,000 on it, you best believe you would have, you would have been gotten through it. But it's like I've had this course for like 6 months now, and I've only gone through like one video. It's like 4 modules. And that right there is procrastination. That right there is self-sabotage. It's like, how do you have the resources? Like, how do you literally have Like, how are you gifted these particular things and you're not taking advantage of your opportunities? Like, what is that? Are you afraid of your abundance? Like, are you afraid of your power? Like, are you giving power to your doubt and your fears? Like, so that procrastination is the devil. Yeah, I saw that. I think it's August 4th through the 5th or something like that. August 4th through the 6th. I've seen that. I would really love to work with them. I need to send them an email. Because what if they said yes? Like, it would be so lit to work under them. Like, I'll be okay with that shit. High key. Like, oh my gosh, to be around the passionate individuals like that and they be like, okay, like, yeah, you can come travel with us. We like your heart. We see you. No, we see you. Let's go. Come on, Tasty. There's this YouTube channel called Psych to Go, and they're heartfelt company as well. Like, not every company in this planet like is heartfelt. So like you have certain people who are abundant from a place of the devil, and you have certain people who are abundant from the place of, the angels. And it's like you have to, like, when it comes to the devil, it's like you're trapped by and confined by, a certain set of rules that don't your spirit doesn't feel free in. And that would be like certain record labels and stuff like that, jobs and stuff like that. And then you have the freedom aspect of it where it's like, you both of them is hard work, but it's like one of them you feel like a free spirit. You feel your spirit being fed. You don't feel trapped. Like, and Psych to Go, like, I think they got like 7 million subscribers, but they literally said that if people want to make their videos into shorts, that they can, and they can post it on their own channel and they can monetize it. Like, they're not going to copyright it. Like, they literally made a post about that because they want to spread awareness to mental issues. They really want to bring awareness to mental illnesses and stuff like that. And I'm just like, damn, like, that's how you know someone has a purpose and they care about the purpose more so than just gaining the money and capitalizing off of everything. And so sometimes when you grow in poverty, like, and you don't want to, and you get a taste of the money, you don't want to go backwards. Like, some people literally sell their soul to it and they forget about their purpose. Like, they forget about the message and they just thinking about getting as much as they can to where they literally forget about the message and the purpose of it all. Some people are like that, and it's easy. Like, the devil, that's temptation. Like, that shit, it's elusive and it's sexy as hell. Like, so afraid of this card, y'all, but now I can face this hoe. Look at this bitch. Look, because you got options, baby. You got options and choices. This shit leads you down to, but like, this motherfucker look tempting as fuck, like, and it's like, can't nobody say shit about my heart and my spirit, because it's like I can be in the negatives, I can have no money in my pocket, but I'm still like lending out a helping hand. Like, I'm still giving out quality always, because the purpose is what matters. Like, I know something on my spirit. Like, I know my gifts can really help someone continue to move forward in their life journey. And who knows what that person, like, how that person is going to bless other people's lives, So, like, you're not about to elude me with some material things or try to control me or possess me or get me to, like, reject my purpose or my mission, or even trying to, like, capitalize off of my gifts, because that's not what this is about at all. Yeah, I gotta do it soon, Scorpio friend, because that shit been pressing me. Like, it's been really pressing me to do it. So I need to, like, because when we did have the last seminar, it was like 3 or 4 days. I literally dedicated myself to showing up every single day and taking notes on it. So I was like, why when it's like your own time that you can't do that for yourself. Like create the schedule. So I need to do it soon, like ASAP. Like literally, even if it's just an hour or 30 minutes a motherfucking day, bitch. Like what the fuck? And like when I get through that module, I'm going to understand so much about everything. People spend 2K on this motherfucking shit. So I don't know. Like I really have no idea why um I be creating those blockages for myself like that. But I want to work through them for sure. Start working on building yourself up now so that you'll be prepared for that moment. Prioritize the people that you're serving and they'll take care of you. Yeah. Even if it's in the long run, because like understanding that we're all seeds. And like what Tony Robbins say, like it's about taking care of them. It's about like really seeing them as a human being. They're not dollar signs. Like you're not a dollar sign and you're not a number. Like and just being in Texas, like you have a lot of people would be like, that's not how the world works. And that would irritate me the most because it's like, and that's why you in poverty now. You feel me? Like people are like, that's not how the world works. The world is what we fucking created it to be. Because you don't have the strength and the courage to break against that type of mindset. And it is tempting. Like it's literally like this. So like only you can feel that resistance and only you can break free from it. Like that's what this is. That's your spirit being free, literally breaking free from this type of energy. Like you feel this and it gets really, really heavy. And this is your prayer. That you allow for your spirit and your purpose to lead you and your God, your spirit to like lead you and be free. People want to live in limits. Like it's like allow for them to, but you have a choice. You have a choice. You're only accountable for how you allow for that energy to affect you. Because one person can change the world. You don't need other people's support, especially when God got you. So, I may have to look at it differently or something, change my perspective in order to counter procrastination. Yeah, girl, shit. You're good, Lindra. I'm glad your service is better. Yeah, procrastination. Like I feel like really understanding why you would be procrastinating. Like let's look into that. I know it could be fear of failure for me. Fear of people being like, I told you so. Like being able to put your all into something and be as passionate as you are, like especially when it comes to creating your whole new path, like a new path that most people like don't believe in, like that could be scary. Procrastination, I feel like it could be given too much power to the fear and the things that could go wrong. Like, because it's like if you truly understood that all of the things that you like, all the things that you put your energy and effort towards would be successful. Like, if you understood that and you believe that, you would be doing it. You would be doing it. But it's like you're giving power to your doubt. You don't truly believe. Because if you believe, you would be doing it, period. So it's like, how can I work on my belief? Like, how can I work on believing in myself more? You don't believe. That's why you're not doing the work, you know? It should be posted already. Let me know if you see it, but it should already be posted. Y'all, I'm hungry as fuck. I gotta go find me some food. I'm breaking free though. Like this motherfucker had a hold on me for quite some time. And I tell y'all, I can finally look at this bitch in the face and be like, bitch, you ain't got no power over me. I used to like, even with doing my readings, like when it would pop up, like I would be scared of it. I wouldn't be able to look at it because like I just wanted to break away from it and break free from it. But even fearing the devil is a devil in itself. Like this energy is energy that needs to be studied because it can come from internal or it can come from external. It can get inside of your mind to where like you are adopting to certain thoughts that like it just anything that doesn't feel like it's freedom, anything that feels like you're chained to it, like you don't have free will and free choice. Like yeah, you believe in yourself on the surface, but subconsciously you don't. Yeah, hiking. I feel like the subconscious work takes time. Like that's where you just have to really drown yourself with the motherfucking affirmations. And then also you just have to make sure you're consciously doing something every single day to go against what your subconscious beliefs are. So you can literally like if you take the time to meditate and dive deep into your own subconscious, you are going to be revealed like what your subconscious fears are. Like the other day I was just laying in the dark and I was asking myself certain questions about like why I don't allow for myself to get connected to people. And I was revealed that it's because I feel like I'm gonna get attacked again. Like every group that I've been in, I got attacked. Like it was all on some, like um outcasting type shit, like throwing stones at type of energy. And so in order to protect myself, I don't even allow for people to get connected to me anymore. Like that's a fear. It's a fear that if I allow for people in my space and I allow for myself to love people again, that I'm gonna get attacked. And the people who I thought, most of the people who don't like me or who goes out of their way to like throw salt on my name are people who I literally thought were family. And so like that being revealed to me was like, damn, you allow for that fear, that subconscious belief to have power over you to where you're blocking yourself from love, you know? And so now you have to consciously see how you can connect with people or allow for yourself to get connected to people despite. Like if you really go digging deep into your subconscious to see like what are your subconscious beliefs, like, and if you want to write it down on a sheet of paper and see what actions you can take to work against it. Like I know I have a subconscious belief that my emotions don't matter and people don't care about my emotions, and that when I express a problem or something like that, no, like they won't care to come to a solution, or it's just going to get dismissed. Because growing up, every issue that I had got dismissed, like everything. I even got like really seriously injured, and I had to tend to my own wounds. Like when you're a child tending to your own wounds, like it's like at that point you just be like, well, shit, like motherfuckers really don't care. Especially when you feel like your parents don't care, motherfuckers really don't care. And so it's like a lot of those things you have to see how they affect you. Like and if you can't just remember it and recall, like write that shit down. Because that shit you have to work against. Because it's like when you're not conscious with every single thought that you're creating and every single action that you're doing, then you're subconsciously being a part of this lie. You're acting out your deepest fears. That's just what it is. You're choosing your fear. You're not consciously choosing your faith-based life, or you're not consciously choosing to free yourself. Like you're accepting the latter, this motherfucker right here. And those affirmations help too when you listen to them at night, because that's your subconscious like drowning yourself in those positive affirmations, like because most of it is your subconscious rules you. And that's just not even in your awareness. So even when you do the work to dive deep into your subconscious and bring certain things into your awareness, that shit gets so deep. That shit gets deep. You can get lost in your subconscious. Like I was thinking about when my stepmom, she had called me ugly one day, and I was like, she called me ugly in a car, and it's like I bet you she don't even remember that, But that has affected my subconscious to where I literally replay that scene in my mind even to this day as an adult. It's been decades, and so it's not like, why would someone purposely allow for that to affect how you feel about yourself? Like, that's a subconscious effect based off of what I heard in my seed age. Like, that was a belief that was poured into me, like that was an environment that I grew out of or grew from. So it's just like understanding how that could even affect the way you show up for yourself and put yourself out there. Like, and it's so crazy how someone, like, people don't know how powerful their words are. Like, they probably said something in a moment of just being angry or impatient or just being spiteful, not thinking that that could be like something that is a loud voice in that person's head 10 years later, like not even knowing that sentence could be someone's devil. But it's like, when it comes to you doing the work to realize what has power over you, what limiting beliefs have power over you, like, really, you're the only one who can break free from that shit. If I'm going through something, I'm on my own, then people end up proving it. But look, and then when people end up proving it, it's like, are they like, is it being proven because of my subconscious belief? So it's like, when I take the time to really recondition myself to believe that I don't have to go through things alone, and I continue to tell myself that, and then I also take actions to not go through things alone, like, that's going to eventually start reconditioning it. And it won't be proven right. But most of the time, I feel like our subconscious prove our deepest fears to be true. I feel like everybody who do mistreat or who has mistreated me was based off of the way that I was raised. And it was because I didn't take the time to heal my wounds. So when I had those, like, that's why it's like, I can't blame them. They were a physical manifestation of my fears and, my programming. And me being able to see them in the physical is a blessing, because it's letting me know what's in within myself. And so now that I know that that's what I created, like, I manifested that, I attracted that to me. Now I can do work to recondition a new belief for myself. If that makes sense. Yeah, especially the youth. I want to see how I can work with the youth more as well, because that should be so crazy. Like, it'd be really crazy to think about that shit. Like, it could be something that's so like it could be the smallest thing, like a teacher, like anybody can say something to a child, not knowing how deep it will cut in them, like, and how it will affect them, and what it will even grow into. So, like, where I'm at now, it's like, I know that coming from a place of gratitude helps multiply the energy. So I want to be grateful for everything, and that literally every everything that happens to me is just showing me what's going on within myself, and what I need to change, what I need to release, and what I need to let go. And that's so cool, because the judgment card do talk about releasing and letting go. Like, just let that shit go. Like, over worrying, stressing. I was listening to this affirmation that was like, you're always doing what's right. Like, there's no doing wrong. Like, I was like, I want to believe that, because for myself, I'd be so afraid to make a mistake that I don't really allow myself to take actions. I don't allow for myself to put myself out there. I was talking to my mom earlier today, and she was talking about how, the reason why she didn't really whoop us, and like I said, she didn't really raise us. I think we were probably with her for like 2 or 3 years. My sister was with her longer, but she was like, she didn't really whoop us because she used to get whoopings for everything. Like, she would be reading a book and she would get a whooping, And it'd be like, go outside, you ain't gonna never have any social skills, blah to this and blah to that, So to get a whooping for everything, that affects your subconscious in a way where you feel like everything you do is wrong. Like you're gonna literally get punished for doing everything, and so you're like you scared to make any actions because you like shit. I don't want to get a whooping. So it's just it's just one of those things where like you just have to learn from your past to create a better future. That's it. You can't blame that person because they acted that way because of how they were raised. You can really only bring it. It has to be brought to your awareness, and change has to be made. That's it. Like the change will always start with you. And I'm just grateful that my mom is so aware too. And it's really interesting. Like I haven't taken the time to like really get connected with her just yet because I've been focusing on myself. But I love her. Like there's no hatred or animosity. But I did have. She was on my mind, so I called her today, and I got like she told me that, so that was new. I even like did my best to just open up about like me working on my confidence and stuff. And she was just like, "Take your time, girl. Take your time." Like I don't want to press you or anything because she was like, sometimes you have to know your own emotions and know yourself before you even open up and express it to other people. And that just made me happy. Like I never had an adult respond to me in that manner, especially like a parent figure. So it was really comforting to be like, you're allowed to do you and take your time with yourself. Like, that was really beautiful. It made my heart feel happy. Random ass whoopings, dang. But it's just like being really grateful because a lot is being brought into our awareness. Like there is really a whole new world being created. Um, because a lot of us have awareness now and we're speaking up about it. Like it's just like expressing your truth, not being afraid of judgment. That's what this card is, expressing your truth so that you can break these shackles. Like a lot of us are just really passing shit down, dead end traditions, dead end tactics, things that lead us to a dead end, beliefs that lead us to a dead end, fears that lead us to dead ends, etc. and etc. Like even fears. So I know I'm working to use my voice more as well. And it's so cool. Like even though I'm not like a master at it just yet, like I remember being silent. I remember being a mute ass motherfucker. Like I remember being mute. And so to see myself finally even like seeing myself with a video of me using my voice, I'm grateful. And I can't wait to see how things continue to grow for me when it comes to that. Like I'm about to go find me some food, y'all. I really appreciate being able to talk with y'all and connect with y'all, be on this bitch with y'all. Hey, put your heart into it. Doors are opening. Look, we got you'll survive this, new solutions and beginnings. I want to read this. It says inner earth. Your life is a canvas, artist, manifestation, creative accountability. A new earth is happening. Keep holding the vision. Bro, we're just talking about this shit. Star family, you're a part of a team of souls. Call in support. So, Pulse of the Mother, slow down, time in nature. You're part of a team of souls. Call in support. A new earth is happening. Keep holding the vision. That's so beautiful. Like we're literally walking through those gates now. And I feel like when you're so close to walking through the gates, like there's gonna be so many motherfucking illusions that's trying to make you like not believe in the impossible, that's trying to keep you stuck. Man, fuck that shit. Like I'm telling you, you gotta go. Like don't allow for these limits. Don't feed into the illusions. Like trust what it is that you're visualizing. Trust what it is that you desire to create. Trust what your spirit is telling you. Don't feed so much into the physical. because ultimately it's your thoughts right now that is creating your future. And you had thoughts, like, this. You knew this 5 years ago. And so you started creating better thoughts for yourself. And those thoughts have planted seeds for you, and they literally grew things right now. And it's growing. Like, certain things are about to sprout based off of the thoughts that you had 5 years ago. And if you feel like you were heavily in that negative ass cycle, it's okay. Trust the wave that you are on, but start today to start creating better thoughts for yourself, because you're planting seeds. High key. And seeds just take time. I was like, shit. And it was like, the things you do, the things you think about right now is creating like your future 5 years later. I'm like, damn, that's a long ass time. But it's like the 5 years gonna pass by anyway, you know? Let's see what this inner earth is. Then we have Star Brothers, Horus energy, protection, loyalty, safety, and trust. Like, I want to learn more about this stuff. So I know I need to, like, that's one of the things that I need to learn about. Okay, let's see what this inner earth it's an ABC order. A B C D E F G H I. H I. Okay. Where is it? Oh, here you go. All right. So it says you'll survive this new solution. Inner Earth, also known as Ag- Agartha, is Agartha. Agartha. I don't know, y'all. Okay. Is believed to be a hidden subterranean world within the planet itself. Many ancient cultures mention it in the stories. It is said that some of the beings of ancient lost lands, such as Numeria, Atlantis, and Aryavarta, Aravarta, oh my goodness, went there. Hindu and Celtic lore mention caves and interest in. Hold on, y'all. The music just stopped, but okay, it was probably for a reason. Oh no, I know why. It's because that person turned on the speaker. Okay, so Hindu and Celtic lore mention caves and entrances to underground worlds. Buddhism refers to the secret mystical city, which is thought to be located in the Himalayas. Many have searched for inner earth in the physical world, but without success. So the mystery continues. It is a place that exists in the physical or on another level of consciousness. Okay, that's interesting. So they're asking, is it a place that exists in the physical or on another level of consciousness? There are solutions beyond what you can perceive. Beyond what you can perceive. So it's like, when there's something that's beyond what you can perceive, it's like there's a limit there that's blocking you from being able to have the perspective to believe in these particular solutions. Okay. Surprising outcomes to your problems and solutions. Resolutions that are in the best interest of all involved. If you find yourself facing an obstacle or feeling stuck and have no idea what to do, you're being reassured that there is a way out. You'll survive this and things will work out. If you're stuck in a rut, do something to shake up the energy and shift your thinking. Try something you wouldn't normally do. Soon you'll see that whole new worlds of solutions are available. Things that were previously beyond your focus will present themselves. Helpful people, signs from the universe, and support in both expected and unexpected ways are on their way to you. But first, you need to do something to shift your focus so you can receive them. I fucks with it. I fucks with it. I fucks with all these energies because I heavy, heavy, you know. Star Brothers. Let's see what that say. We're brothers. We're happy and we're singing and we're colored. Do 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 do. Give me a high five. So it says you're more protected than you can imagine. It's safe to open the back of your heart to open the back of your heart. You're being called to be open to receiving a new level of support now from those in your life and from the benevolent beings you're connected with. Through ancestral patterning, current life traumas, and past life karmic impressions, many of us have become mistrustful and suspicious of loyalty and have blocks when it comes to receiving support. We've learned that we need to go at life alone. Yo, wasn't we just talking about this, Scorpio friend? That is not safe to let our guard down and our heart open, that the world isn't a friendly place. The Star Brothers want you to have a new experience of life on Earth. They want you to feel deeply secure and safe. If you're going through a difficult time, they want you to hand over your fears to them, to see them as opportunities to let more love in. They're guiding you to stay open to receiving a greater level of support than you can imagine, both in this world and beyond. To calling your team of loyal protectors and supporters, both physically and energetically. They want you to learn to soften through life's ups and downs and to learn to open your heart, especially when it most wants to harden. That makes me want to go give somebody a hug because I'm in that energy of my heart kind of wanting to harden, and I'm doing my best to just stay open, not close myself off or whatever. So that's some deep ass shit. Shit's naive right there, right there, right there. Mm. Thank you, Spirit. We truly appreciate you. Like this gonna be some crazy ass shit. Like if shit if shit actually shifts in a massive way, I'd be like, damn, y'all. Like I just did my best to believe it was possible for 5 years, and it finally happened. That was it. Like part of me was on the brink of giving up, but I still wanted to maintain faith and not feed into the physical and just do what I need to do to stay in a high vibrational state. And shit just shifted in my favor. They'll be lit. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and get off. I pray that everyone was able to receive something, to help them make some sort of positive progress in their life journey, and you receive something to help you just keep your heart open and continue to take steps on your most healed path, because that is ultimately the most important. I love you guys. I will talk with y'all later, and y'all have a wonderful evening on purpose. Protect your peace. Toodles. Hey, good luck on working on your stuff. I'm about to grab some food now. I don't even think I've eaten at all today, which is awesome. It's like cleansing my spirit in a way. But I'll talk to you later. Love you.